So good morning, all. It's Judith. It's a 1 hour gentle Kripalu yoga class. Welcome. If you've been here for ever and ever, welcome. And if you're brand new, a special welcome for you guys. So bear with us. I'll give you some instructions about how the classes run. The equipment we use is usually a yoga mat. If you don't have one today, you could substitute with a blanket or a beach towel on a padded surface, carpeted, preferably not tile or wood, because your bones will not like that, especially if you get down on the earth. So other props might be some yoga blocks. These are available, big box stores, all those places. If you don't have those today, you could substitute with a couple of canned goods, perhaps, of equal size and weight. And then here is, I rolled up a towel and just affixed it with rubber bands. It's my impromptu bolster, which I like to use for padding. You could substitute small cushions from the sofa or the bed. That's if you need to substitute. Another really nice prop to have is a strap, a yoga strap. If you don't have an official yoga strap, you could use a scarf or a dog leash or a belt or a bathrobe tie to substitute. Also, and this is optional, would be hand weights. You might have hand weights in your possession. This is a pair of 1-pounders. I would recommend nothing heavier than 2 pounds for this class, just so you know. And last but not least, a chair. So this is a very standard kind of metal folding chair with a wide-legged base, no arms, and definitely no wheels. So if you've got one of those available, hopefully somewhere in your vicinity. Otherwise, you can, we'll just substitute, or we'll improvise. That's the word I'm looking for. So, and if whatever is being offered for you this morning just doesn't work for your body, just know that you could modify. You could do something else, like another posture, or you could skip it altogether. So you can just pay attention to what the body is saying, what the mind is saying, and just pace yourselves. Never go for your maximum, go for your optimum. I'll say that as we go through the movements. Oh, the other thing too is if you have anxiety about getting down on the earth, you can use your chair to assist. So you can face the chair seat, grab along the sides of the chair. Most of the weight will go in the arms. So you're gonna bend one knee and float it to the earth. Second knee follows, you're on the earth. So now you're on the earth. To get back up again, same idea, grab the sides, or maybe just rest your forearms on the seat of the chair. If you need to assist one leg forward, assist it forward. The back foot is tucked, the toes are tucked. Again, weight goes in the arms, inhale. Exhale, lift the bum, 1 foot under the seat, 2nd foot under the seat, and you can use the back of the chair to arise slowly so you don't get the head rush. We don't want anyone to get dizzy, fall down and go boom, none of that, okay? And I'll be available for questions after the class, so feel free to get your questions ready. Let's just start with the feet about shoulder width apart. The toes can point out maybe about 5 or 10 degrees. And we'll just start by swinging some arms here. We're going to shift the weight from side to side. If it's available, lift that opposite heel as you twist in the opposite direction. So it's a very mild balance challenge, but a very nice way to warm the body without violence. And you can give yourself a little self-massage while you're at it. So twisting and turning, we're squeezing the spine, wringing out stale blood, chi, life force, and bringing in fresh chi, blood, and life force. Big full breaths for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then keep turning and twisting. Now you're going to tap right here in the middle of the body, the torso. You're still twisting and you're still looking over the shoulder to the wall behind you. This is the only horizontal meridian in the body here in the middle. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go up now to where the collarbone resides. up here by the top of the chest. You're tapping directly under the clavicle, and you're still twisting for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to pat yourself on the shoulder. So you're actually reaching back behind, like you're giving yourself a congratulatory pat on the shoulder for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And then slowly you're going to unwind, but don't stop abruptly. Just kind of wind it down, nice and gentle, coming down to stillness. Feet can remain more or less the same. You can adjust as you need. Let's start swirling the hips. So we're going to inhale as you press forward, exhale as you squeeze back. So think about squeezing the navel to the spine, inhaling and exhaling. You might want to keep the torso in neutral, or you might want to get it engaged. You can decide what feels right for you this morning. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there we go back to neutral. Let's swirl the other way. Inhaling forward, exhaling back, opening up the hips a bit here, warming them up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last one, 1, and we're going to just come back to center, working our way up. Let's start rolling some shoulders here. Big invisible circles you're making with the shoulders in the air. Big full breaths, and you're standing nice and tall here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's circle the other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Bringing the arms to stillness. Let's just go ahead and rotate the humerus bone in the shoulder girdle. So we're busy creating our own synovial fluid here. Synovial fluid is what lubricates the joints. It doesn't happen till you move the joints. So we're busily moving our joints for 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms come to stillness. The 4 corners of each foot rooting into the earth. Knees are soft. The legs are straight, but the knees aren't locked. Let's try a big inhale up. Exhale, press the air down by the side of the body. Inhale up. Exhale, press. Lifting and pressing. Lifting and pressing. Let's take it up one more time, but now we're going to stretch towards the sky. So if you need to modify, always know that you can modify or skip it if it's not right for your body. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's take the arms up, and now we're just going to sweep down. This is sort of like a little baby squat here. So you're going to float the arms up, inhale up, stretch them up to the sky. Inhale and exhale for 8, or as many as you can manage. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back to standing, rolling the shoulders. Make sure you open that chest when you come back to your standing. And now the feet are directly under the hips. Toes point forward. And you're just going to bend the knees here. The knees are going to track over the toes. The feet are going to stay flat. So you're busy now stretching out the calves, the Achilles tendons, the ankles. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's stay down on 1, little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Re-straighten, and then think about little baby march, just slowly starting with the feet marching. And then once you get opposite arm, opposite leg moving, then you might want to pick up the speed a bit or not. The legs only need to go up as high as the waist if they want to go that high. And we're marching for 8, 7, try to make it vigorous, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep marching. Now we're going to go with the legs out, out, in, out, out, in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Back to marching. Little baby march. And then slowly you're going to bring it down to stillness. You're not going to stop abruptly. Here we are. And then once we come to neutral, standing here, think about the head being like a helium balloon. It floats up to the sky. The 4 corners of each foot rooting into the earth. Big full breath. And then rolling those shoulders forward, up, back, and down. So we're opening the chest. We tend to slump a lot over computers, steering wheels, you name it. So we have to kind of counteract that. Let's go ahead. And if you've got blocks, you might want to grab a block or not. Or maybe you have a chair that you could flip the chair around so that the seat is facing you. And if not, just modify as you need. Let's take the legs nice and wide. The toes point out 30 to 45 degrees. Knees will always track over toes. Hands can rest on hip crease or waist. You can choose. So we're going to bend here, big squat here. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. We'll do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's stay down on 1, little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's stay down here. Let's take left forearm to left thigh, and let's just stretch that top right arm off to the side wall. See if you can keep your chest square to the front of your space. Let's come on up, straighten the legs. Top inhale, you bend the elbow on the top. Let's keep the legs straight as we stretch to the side. Inhale, top arm bends. Exhale, stretches to the side. For 4, 3, 2. Let's stay over on 1 so that top arm is straight. Little circles with that top straight arm. 1 unit moving. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then that top arm is going to float down slowly, slowly, resisting the gravity. Nice and gentle. And let's go back to those pliés or those squats. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. We'll just do 4. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 4 more. 3 more. 2, 1. Rebend. Right forearm comes to right thigh. Top left arm comes over by the head. This is my injured side, so I'm modifying. Try to get the arm by the ear. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs straighten. Inhale, bend top elbow. Exhale, arm presses away. Legs are straight. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 4, 3, 2. Stay over on 1. The top arm is a single unit, little circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming to stillness. Top arm floats over, slowly down by the side, resisting gravity. Let's keep the legs wide. Let's return back to that squat, grabbing your block or chair. Right forearm comes to right thigh. We're going to pulse into this right thigh. The left leg goes straight, giving a nice stretch to that adductor muscle on the left. Left heel grounds into the mat. Toes point up to sky. Little pumps now into the right hip for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's glide through center without lifting up. Left forearm comes to left thigh. Now the right leg goes straight. Big stretch for that right adductor muscle inside of the right thigh. Right heel grounds into the mat. Toes point to the sky. We're doing little pulses now into that left hip for 8, 7, 6, 5. Don't let the head dangle here. 4, 3. Engage the abs. 2, 1. And here we're just going to glide from side to side. Maybe you just want to place your hands on the thighs. See if you can glide through the middle without lifting up, imagining your bum is attached to a tiny railroad track between the thighs here. So you're not rising up. You're just moving side to side for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's come to center. Let's go ahead, and if you've got a block, I've got mine on the second highest setting. We're going to heel toe the feet together. Woo. You can use the block as a floor lifter if your hands don't get to the earth. So now we're here in a forward fold. Uttanasana. Toes point forward. Hands can rest on the ankles. We're going to do a series of flat back lifts. So starting at the ankles, inhale, slide the hands up the shins. Halfway, back is flat. You could serve the tea there, no spilling. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back lift, engage the abs. Exhale, forward fold. Lifting and folding. Lifting. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. This time the hands slide all the way up the legs. You're stacking the bones, you're stacking the bones. Coming to standing, rolling the shoulders. Just a few rolls forward. Let's do a few rolls the other way. Nice and easy. And now we're going to do a little bit of upper body. You're going to take your hands behind you in prayer position, but the fingers point downward. All right. So you can just kind of glue those palms, those prayerful hands into your lower back. You're going to stand tall. The feet are directly under the hips. You're going to drop the right ear to right shoulder. And you're going to notice the stretch on the left side of the body for 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying right here, imagine you're going to write the letter U in the air with your nose. So you're going to rock forward and then rock it back over the right shoulder. Forward and back. You're going to notice range of motion here. Moving front and back. Let's do 3 more. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Last one. Inhaling and exhaling. Oh, right ear returns to right shoulder. Come back to center. Drop left ear to left shoulder. Does this side feel the same? Maybe it feels different. Noticing the stretch on the right side of the body, or the neck rather, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, writing the letter U in the air with your nose as the head rocks forward over the left shoulder, rocks back over the left shoulder, forward and back. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. And then left ear returns to left shoulder, coming back to center, taking those arms away from the back body, shaking them out. Let's shake them out again. We are rotating that humerus bone, getting it out. Very nice. Now, let's just drop the chin to the center of the chest. And again, noticing how the stretch is in the back of the neck here, the weight of the head, the 15-pound bowling ball. And then you're going to roll right ear to right shoulder, come back down through center, left ear to left shoulder. And here again, you're going to notice range of motion. Is it the same on the right? Is it the same on the left? It probably isn't, but there's no self-judgment involved here. You're just observing, noticing what the body is willing to do. And you're scraping that chin along the chest like you're scraping some maybe peanut butter off of your chin onto your chest. Let's do one more sweep to each side. Don't rush it. And then back over to that side, and then back to center. And then we're going to come back and then open the chest. Here, you might want to, let's grab a chair, or you could use a wall or a piece of furniture that doesn't move. That's also another option. All right. So I've got my chair here, and I've got my strap. Now, if you don't have a strap for this one, you can just use your hand behind the back of the thigh, all right? So that's how you would modify for this one. If you've got a strap, let's wrap it around the ball of the right foot. And I'm going to keep both ends of the strap more on the inside of the leg than the outside of the leg. You can hang on to your chair, your wall, or your piece of furniture. You're going to shift the weight into the left leg. We're going to inhale, exhale, stay up, inhale, exhale twice, and then inhale down. So we're kicking the leg out twice before we descend. So it's inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Oh, I'm sorry, I did it wrong. Inhale, exhale. Keep kicking. There we go. In and down for 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And returning that foot down, removing the strap, noticing now, pausing here, noticing right side of body and left side of body. Does it feel the same? Mine don't feel the same. Let's go to the other side. So either with a strap, you take the 2 ends of the strap on the inside of the leg. If you don't have a strap, grab the back of your thigh and assist with your hand, all right? So here we go on the left. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, down for 8. 7. Standing tall on that supporting leg. 6. 5, 4, or as many as you can manage. 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And float it down, shake out the legs, shake out the legs. Now in this one, I'm not going to use the strap. Let's go ahead and we'll go to the other side. So I'm going to move the chair over. And this is, we're working on balance here. So again, supporting leg is doing the work standing. We're going to inhale, leg comes up to maybe waist height. And then you're going to exhale, arm comes forward, maybe that back toe touches the earth, but if you want to go farther, you could float the leg parallel to the earth. Exhale as you draw leg and arm in. Inhale, extend toe to earth or leg parallel to earth. Exhale as you bring it in. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's re-extend and pause here. Don't let the head dangle, stretching fingers forward, toes back for 4, 3, 2, 1. Arm and leg come back down. Very slowly shake it out. And just pausing here, noticing. How does the right side of the body feel? How does the left side of the body feel? Let's do the other side. Standing leg should be the right leg or the one you didn't work before. So it's inhale, and then you've got your arm forward. Maybe the toe touches the earth on the back, or maybe it floats parallel to the earth. Exhale as you bring arm and leg forward. Inhale as you extend. Exhale as you bring it in. Let's do 4, 3, 2, hold it on 1 as best you can for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then coming back slowly, arm and leg, returning to neutral, shake everything out, noticing how you feel, just pausing here for a few breaths. And we've got the feet now directly under the hips, the toes point forward. Let's do starting a little bounce here. This is just a little bouncing. If you can't lift the heels off the earth, just do it as a flat-footed bounce. But if you can lift the heels maybe a 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 an inch, we're working on bone density, osteoporosis. So we're going to get those bones strong. We're also encouraging the movement of lymph and blood throughout the system. So you can kind of move the body any way you want. In yoga, this would be called meditation in motion. In Qigong, it would be called dancing in chaos. For 8, move it any way you want. 7, just keep bouncing your heels. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then slowly coming down to stillness, noticing how the legs, the ankles, and the feet might feel. Again, the feet are directly under the hips. Locate that center of the arch, the fulcrum of balance in the center of the foot. And without lifting the feet, think about just shifting the weight forward onto the toes. Feet stay flat, come back to center, rocking back toward the heels. Forward and back. You might want to be near your chair, your wall, or your piece of furniture to help with balance or not. And we're going to rock forward and back. Once you've got that movement going, you can think about lifting the heels as you rock forward, lifting the toes as you rock back. Little balance challenge here. Once you've got the feet going, think about palms up, palms back, palms up, palms back. This is called flowing motion. Breathing, coordinating the breath with the movement for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then the arms come to stillness. See if you can keep the feet going without losing your balance for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back to neutral and stillness, open the chest. Let's do one hand on heart, one hand on belly, working on 3-part Durga breath. So it's inhaling, belly expands, rib cage expands, collarbones lift, noticing the pause at the top. Exhaling, collarbones, rib cage, belly, squeezing out all of the air and pausing at the bottom. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest, pausing at the top. Exhaling, chest, ribs, belly, pausing at the bottom. 2 more, just like that, on your own. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Very nice. Arms can come down. Let's grab the chair. Let's sit in the chair. Why not? And have your blocks and your weights handy. If you want to use them, maybe you want to grab some water while we're here. And then you're going to find your way to your chair. Feet will be directly underneath the hips. Feet are flat. And then you're just going to place the bum on the chair, but you're going to stay more towards the front of the seat of the chair than, collapsing into the back of the chair. All right. So let's start. Legs are in parallel. Right hand grabs the outside of the left thigh. Right hand grabs the outside of the left thigh. And your left arm is going to go straight with the fingers scanning the horizon as you twist to the left. And you can slowly twist to the left. Everything from the waist down is going forward. Everything from the waist up is twisting. Once you reach your sticking point in the back, you can use your back arm to wrap it around the back of the chair and use it for leverage to even maybe make that squeeze a little bit more deep, but not forcing or jamming anything. So we're here in a seated twist for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you're going to stay here, but slightly release. Inhale, slightly release. Exhale, squeeze and turn. Use that back arm for leverage. Inhale, slightly release. Exhale, squeeze and turn. Let's do 3, 2, 1. Let's do one more for luck. Inhaling and exhaling. And then we're going to come out of it triple slow time. Noticing, pausing in the middle. Noticing how you feel. Noticing where energy may have shifted. Now we take the left hand, grab the outside of the right thigh. Left hand grabs outside of right thigh. Right arm is straight. The fingers will scan the horizon. Now we're twisting to the right. This side might feel different. Maybe not. You're going to come to your sticking point. That back arm can wrap around the back of your chair. And you're twisting, looking over your right shoulder. Everything from the waist down is pointing forward. Everything from the waist up is twisting to the right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slightly release, but not out of it completely. Inhale, slightly release. Exhale, squeeze and turn. Inhale, slightly release. Exhale, squeeze and turn. Let's do 4 at your own pace. 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back, unwinding it slowly, slowly. Let's take the legs nice and wide. Here you could either use a block or you could use a hand weight. You can choose what works for you, or nothing. If you're not using anything, the hands can fold together, supplicating. And then we're going to hold them up here. Inhale up and then exhale down between the legs. Inhale up. This is called chopping wood. Exhale forward. Let's do 8, 7, 6, big full breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back up, taking the legs back together. Here you might wish to add weights or not, so that's optional. Weights are always optional. If you're not using them, a soft fist placed on top of the thighs is fine. So it's no weight or one weight in each hand. You're going to do an isometric press on those thighs as we lift them. You're sitting close to the front of the seat of the chair. The crown of the head floats up to sky. Crown of head lines up with tailbone. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 8, 7. Don't forget the press. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet come back to center. Pausing, noticing, recovering. Let's stay on the right for this next bit. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So you're moving it to the side for 8, 7. Stay on the right. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg comes down, pausing, noticing how does the right side feel? How does the left side feel? Let's go to the left. Move my block here. All right. So it's exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Coming down and just removing the hands and just shake out the legs. Do a little routine with your legs. And then let's take the legs nice and wide. From here, actually, let's not. Let's take the legs fairly wide, not too wide. Just enough so get the chest in between where the two thighs are. You've got no weight or one weight in each hand, and the palms face the midline. We're going to do some flies here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 8, 7. Don't rush it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go back down to starting position. Now the palms face the wall behind you. The arms will be straight. The palms face the ceiling. The arms never go lower than the bum. You're going to lift up your arms up towards the sky. Little pumps. Palms face the ceiling here. Don't let the arms drop lower than the bum. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay back, palms face the midline, pumping the arms, little pumps with your arms for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then the arms can come down. Oh, yes. It's okay. Sighing, moaning, groaning. We're all muted. Roll the shoulders. Come back up to sitting. Let's lose the weights. Come on up off of your chair. Let's move the chair off to one side. We're going to go down on the earth. So if you need the chair to get onto the mat, you can place it now. I'm going to put it over here on the side for myself. And then if you've got the blocks, let's place them at the narrow end of the mat so we know where they are. And we'll see how much till we got. Lots of time yet. All right. So they're there. You know where they are. You don't have to go looking for them. And what we're going to do is we'll go and do some big swan dives forward. So you're facing the narrow end of your mat or your imaginary mat. And it's inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Come right back up. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. 2 more. Last one, we're going to stay over. And here the fingertips can reach either the mat. If it doesn't get to the mat, you can place them on blocks. And you can microbend the knees left and right here. Here you can let the head hang. We're stretching out that low back. We're stretching out the spine. Moving those knees, microbending the knees side to side here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs come to stillness. Hands go flat. And you're going to step back into your downward facing dog. And if this doesn't work for you, just find your way to the mat for 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees float down to the mat, finding yourself on your knees on the mat, big toes together, knees wide apart. I like to place my towel here behind my knees. And then you're going to push the bum back towards the heels, maybe. Arms could be. And if the forehead doesn't get to the mat, this, or grab a block, or maybe a cushion. Rest your forehead there. So once you've organized your best version of child's pose, just letting that, or there could be little side here. Ooh, and that feels kind of yummy. You might even want to circle the pelvic floor. That's a very tiny movement. And if you're circling the pelvic floor, you want to circle in both directions. And then bringing any now to stillness. Let's lower back, middle back, upper back, noticing the pause at the top. Exhaling upper, middle, lower back, noticing the pause, the emptiness at the bottom. 2 more just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Lift ourselves up into neutral table. Here you might wish to pad your knees. A little additional extra padding, perhaps, or not. And let's take the hands to the upper corners of the narrow end of your mat, and you're going to just circle those hips just to release any tension or air bubbles, anything that got in there that might make sound or feel weird. We're going to squeeze it out. And then we're going to find the other direction to circle the hips very gently for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then coming back to center and just finding your way to sitting as best you can. No rush to get there. I'm moving my little mat. I'm going to grab my blocks. There we are. And let's keep the knees bent, feet are hip distance apart, toes point forward. Now, if you know you have osteopenia or osteoporosis, you can skip this part. This part, we're going to do some spinal rocking. And if that doesn't work for you, then you just stay on your back and you just move your arms and your legs, just like little dancing arms and legs. So we're going to start, and you can grab backs of thighs or the shins, whatever works. You're sitting tall, the shoulders drop away from ears. You can tuck the chin. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then if you were rolling and rocking, you can just come on down onto your back. Back of the neck is long. You're going to draw the knees and the thighs into the chest, and you're going to rock and you're going to massage on that low back. Now, if you're rocking side to side, east to west, good. You can even massage the back part of the skull. You're sending some love to the back body here. And then if you want to circle the knees, you can do them in opposition or you can do them together. But if you're circling, make sure you circle in both directions. Woo-hoo. Big full breaths. And then bringing that to stillness, feet come to mat distance apart. Arms are in T position. We're going to windshield wiper those knees side to side again. This is a great massage for that back body, the sacrum area. Tend to get lots of tension there. And also a lot of tension between the shoulder blades and there by the neck. Lots of tension. So we're going to squeeze it, press it out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Next time when the knees drop to the left, leave them there. Now your arms are straight and in T position. Right straight arm, inhale up. Right palm presses to meet the left palm. Inhale, open. Knees just kind of follow along. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale, open. Let's do 2 more on this side. Exhaling and inhaling. Exhaling. Let's do 1 more and stay over this time. Palms meeting. Now let's extend that right leg. Extend the right arm. So fingers stretching in one direction, legs stretching in another direction for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Foot comes down, arm comes down. You're going to roll onto your back body 1 more time. You're going to realign the spine. Crown of head lines up with tailbone. Feet are mat distance apart. Knees are bent. Windshield wiper those legs side to side. Woo. And the next time the knees drop to the right, leave them there. Now it's the left straight arm that's going to rise. This is called open book. Inhale up, exhale over. Left palm meets the right. Inhale up, exhale over. 2 more. Inhale up, exhale over. Inhale up, exhale over. And let's go back again, over. Left palm meets the right. Left arm extends, right leg extends for 4, 3, 2, 1. Palms come together, feet comes back to earth. Back on your back here. Now you're going to grab a block, if you have one. If you have them, you can do this with your back flat on the mat as well. Heels are close to your bum. Press the feet into the mat as you lift the bum. And you're going to slide a low block underneath the sacrum. Now that's down here near the buttocks. It's not up here near the kidneys. So you need to have a nice stable base with your block. And then you're going to mindfully raise one leg up. Mindfully raise the second leg up. Make sure you're stable. Feet are flexed. Inhale, open. Feet are flexed. Cross the legs, point the toes. Exhale as you cross in a scissors-like fashion, alternating which leg goes in front, which leg goes in back, flexing and pointing, flexing and pointing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, very nice. And now the feet and the legs come back together. Imagine the inseams are glued together of the legs. You're going to inhale, drop and hover. You're not going to let the legs land. Exhale, lift and squeeze those abdominals. Inhale, drop and hover. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then back to perpendicular. Let's rebend one knee. Mindfully place one foot on the earth. Bend second knee. Mindfully place that foot on the earth. You still got your block there if you're using a block. You might want to stay right here. This is restorative rest. Or if you want to try mindfully extending one leg long, see how that feels. If it's too much, skip this. Mindfully extending the second leg long. We're having a supported baby back bend here. If you want to add arms, they go the other direction. Straight arm, palm faces the midline. Second arm joins it, resting on the floor if that's available. And very small movement. Just draw left hand away from left foot. Bring it back to neutral. Small movement. Right hand pulls away from right foot. Small movement. Back to neutral. So you're stretching side to side, left to right, but very carefully, very mindfully for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to neutral. Arms return down to the side of the body. One leg mindfully comes in, the knee bends. Second leg mindfully comes in, it bends. The feet press into the earth, lift the hips as you slide the block away. And you're going to place your spine down on the earth like a string of pearls very carefully. And then when they're there, you can draw the knees very slowly into the chest. Now, this is the counter stretch to the baby back bend. So don't go popping into this. Just slowly come into it. Little rock side to side for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's stay right here. You're going to cross left thigh on top of the right thigh, like you're sitting in a chair, no space between the thighs. You're going to grab the shins like bicycle handlebars. You're going to flex both feet. Now you're going to draw with a steady pressure the thighs into the chest. It's not a pulse, it's a steady press. The tailbone drops to the earth. Back of the neck is long. Both feet are flexed. Now both feet also externally rotated. You should feel it in your outer right hip for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release those legs, shake them out between sides. Now right thigh crosses on top of left thigh. No space between the thighs. Draw the shins in like the bicycle handlebars. It's a steady press with the thighs. The tailbone drops to the earth. The feet are flexed. Now the feet are externally rotated. You should feel it in your outer right hip for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it, shake out the legs, unwind the legs, shake them out. Shake out the arms, get the blood going. And now the arms can come to stillness. Let's just pretend you're kicking yourself in the butt here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly feet return to earth. Arms and legs can stretch out 30 to 45 degrees on the earth. We are arriving in rest pose, corpse pose, Shavasana. Now, if you would like support for the low back, you could roll a towel or a blanket under the knees. If flat on the back just isn't working, return to feet at width apart, knees knocked together like a tent, restorative rest pose. If on the back is impossible, rolling onto one side, you could stack hips and legs. You could rest your head on the upper arm, or you could rest your head on a block, or maybe a cushion on a block. If you have an available wall, you might want to place your legs up the wall. Or you could sit in a chair, feet flat, sitting tall. You could rest the palms on the thighs. Palms up for receiving. Palms facing down for grounding and stability. And then once you've organized the arms and the legs, just allowing the eyes to drop closed, scanning the body for any residual tension that might remain, and then noticing a relaxation, a softness forming in the feet. We're approaching our imaginary hot tub. And so the feet and the ankles are now enveloped in that softness, that relaxation. It moves from the feet into the ankles, and then the low legs. And then it envelops the knees, permeating the complex structure of the knees. And then it moves into the thighs, allowing legs and feet to become very, very heavy. The softness moves into the hips, the pelvis, the buttocks, the low back releases. And from there, from the pelvis, it moves into the belly, the waist, the torso, enveloping the ribs and all the vital organs, marinating those vital organs in deep relaxation. It moves up the chest and into the shoulders and rolls down both arms all the way to the fingertips, all the way to the fingertips. It envelops the throat and the neck, and then it envelops the head all the way to the crown of the head. The back of the neck releases, the face and the jaw let go. The tongue lies at the bottom of the mouth, teeth slightly apart. Eyes sink deep into the skull, as though a white circle of healing light envelops the entire body. Noticing back body and front body, right side and left side. Noticing the whole body together, the whole body together, the whole body together. And here's a brief quote from the Irish poet David White, and the topic is gratitude. Gratitude is not a passive response to something we have been given. Gratitude arises from paying attention, from being awake in the presence of everything that lives within and without us. Gratitude is the understanding that many millions of things come together and live together and mesh together and breathe together in order for us to take even one more breath of air. That the underlying gift of life and incarnation as a living, participating human being is a privilege, that we are miraculously part of something rather than nothing. If you'd like to remain in Shavasana for as long as feels right, please feel free to stay right there. But if you're ready to meet the day, begin to bring some gentle movement to fingers and toes and arms and legs. And as you are ready, drawing the knees into the chest, giving yourself a hug, and then rolling onto your favorite side and pausing there for just a few breaths in embryo posture. And on the next inhale, keeping the eyes closed, press yourself up into a comfortable seated posture, rooting the sits bones down into the earth, drawing the crown of the head up into the sky, scanning the body for the effects of the practice, and thanking the body for all it does all day, every day, and bringing to mind one thing for which you are grateful. And on the next inhale, let's float the palms up overhead, hands meet in prayer, dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart, Samastiti. May you be happy. May you be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May you know peace. I salute the bright light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan.